Today has been crazy. I am so unbelievably thankful that you actually stayed last night and let me have a good night's sleep. You were so unbelievably sweet, rubbing my feet and my back and playing with my hair until I fell asleep. It was a nice change from the other way around. I'm so happy for today and I can't wait for the rest of our lives.
Alex, I want to tell you that you are one of the best guys that my sister has gone out with, and I'm absolutely honored that you are going to be a part of our family. And Erica, I love you, and it's finally going to be in your house now.
To my daughter, Erica, and my new son, Alex, you're a blessing. You bring much joy to Mom and Dad, and today's the day. So, let's do this. I love you both.
Who gives this woman to be given in marriage to this man?
Her mother and I.
Eternal Father, Creator of heaven and earth, Giver and Sustainer of life, I pray that you'll bestow your blessing upon this young couple, that they may grow in your grace spiritually, emotionally, and physically, as they become one flesh. May their lives be filled with joy in good times and in bad, as they live out the commitment they are about to make. Alex and Erica, wow. Thank you so much for choosing all of us to be a part of this special day, for providing this beautiful scenery for your wedding. It will be a day that will long be remembered. There are things that we do in our lives that forever change us, make us different people. For example, graduating from high school, joining the military, having a baby. This act that you're taking part in right now will be life-changing. Forever and always, you'll be different. So why enter into this irreversible, life-changing event? Sociologists and psychologists tell us that people who are married have better physical health, longer lives, better emotional health, and they report higher standards of happiness. Married individuals fare better in these terms than people who have never been married, who do better than those who have been divorced, separated, or widowed. But aside from just sharing expenses, if you join together in a true marriage and commit to each other and help each other make better decisions, when the high-pressured salesman says, do this now, one of you can turn and say, we want to talk about this, and leave. Some couples say, we're never going to spend more than a certain dollar amount without consulting each other. You can share each other's wisdom, and before you know it, you'll be retiring and have plenty of money. Married people have longer lives, lower mortality rates than people who are unmarried or single. They're less likely to die after a heart attack. Mentally, people who are married have better emotional health, less depression, less suicide, lower levels of stress, even above people who just simply cohabitate. Being married, unlike other institutions, is not one from which you can simply walk away. You are pressured to face your emotional immaturity and work through your problems. People who leave marriages often find when they go into the next one, they're facing the same exact problems they thought they left behind. You'll have a great opportunity to grow emotionally as you're married to each other. So no matter where you go, there you are. Spiritually, and I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about spirituality. That part of you which lets you know there's something greater than yourself, something higher than yourself, a purpose other than yourself. You'll grow spiritually. Because in no other institution are you forced to take into consideration another person's feelings more than your own. You'll have an opportunity to either grow spiritually or become selfish and self-centered. But as you do these things, your marriage will grow. Intimacy. I wish I could say that married couples have more intimacy. It's not necessarily true. But quality-wise, we'll go through the roof. The ancient Hebrews had a euphemism for intimacy. They said it was to know each other. And as you get to know the real Alex, and you get to know the real Erica, the true innermost secret self, your physical intimacy will become more meaningful to you as you share love one for another. Well, I wish these benefits simply came with a piece of paper, but they don't. Marriages take work, and good marriages take more work. So I'd like to talk about 4 items this morning, which I challenge you to use as you develop your marriage together. The first is compassionate caring. Compassionate caring. Young people are full of passion. Married couples have to rise above the passion and move to compassion. Compassion is from an old Latin word which literally means to suffer with. Now, I'm not suggesting that marriages are a state of misery loves company, but sharing with means to feel each other's pain, to look at each other's world through their eyes, be compassionate to see life as they see it. You stand today side by side. This is symbolic. As you face problems in your life, and you will find problems that have to be solved, I challenge you to once again stand physically side by side. So it's you two against the problem, not you two fighting over the problem. Sit beside each other at the table, or sit beside each other on the couch, and talk about your problems, not facing each other. Comprehensive communication. I want to put your marriage on a throne as kings and queens. So T for throne is timeliness of the communication. Right away, when something comes up, immediately tell your spouse, good or bad. I have a habit that I call my wife every time I get into the car. It's really nice because I've not lost my cell phone or forgot my cell phone since I started doing that. But it also serves to just tell her what's happened during the day. So timeliness, right away. Don't wait. Talk about things immediately. Don't stew over them. Second, honesty. Honesty. Let the words that come out of your mouths be 100% true. So many couples are afraid that if you say the truth, something might hurt the feelings of the other person. I'll never forget Kelly, the first time she made biscuits. She was all of 21 or 22. She wanted to make these southern biscuits, and she could have honestly changed career paths and become the hockey puck supplier for the National Hockey League. They were awful. They were dangerous. And I said to her, sweetheart, these really aren't very good. I can't eat them. She spent the next week talking to every older southern woman she could, and by the end of the week, she made the best biscuits I've ever tasted. All because I wasn't afraid that I might hurt her feelings. The other side of that is be receptive. Sometimes it's difficult to hear things that you don't want to hear. That whole part about growing emotionally, that's how you do it. Not in a threatening way, not like you're going to find every fault and straighten this out right away, but you want to share your honest thoughts and be receptive to the opinions of your spouse. O for ongoing. You want your relationship communication to be ongoing. Please don't get to the spot where you're sitting along in front of the TV set, just watching the TV. If you're watching a show, ask about the things that happen in the show, the moral issues that are raised in the show. the economic issues that are raised in this show. Let that be a springboard for you to discover more about yourselves and each other. And finally, N, let your communication be non-judgmental. That you always accept each other exactly as you are, no matter what. The next one is confident commitment. Confident commitment. There will be times when you'll be tempted to worry that maybe your partner really didn't mean it when they said, I will love you forever. So get used to telling each other over and over again, I am committed 100% to this relationship. I often hear from people who say, I'm going to try to make this marriage work. Or I want this marriage to last. Or I wish this marriage would be better. But when it comes to marriage, wanting and wishing and trying are just all indicators that eventually you're going to have problems. You must have the belief that divorce is not an option. Say that. Say to yourself, today I'm willing to do whatever it takes to live happily ever after with my spouse. Finally, complete confidentiality. Learn to never share information about your spouse without their consent. Back in your grandmother's day, or your great-grandmother's day, women would go back to mom's house and complain about their spouse, or husbands would go out in the field and talk to their dad about their spouse. In your mother's and grandmother's day, they'd pick up the phone and call and complain. But how easy is it today to pick up the phone or the device, get on Facebook, and suddenly the whole world knows every little thing? Learn not to do that. Learn not to do that. Work it out between yourselves. Never share the private intimacies with other people. Learn well to speak of your partner in private and in public. You will learn secrets, and unless someone's life, health, or well-being is in danger, take those secrets to your grave. Alex, Eugene, Meske, do you take Erica to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
You may now make your vows.
Erica, I choose you again and again. Start and finish. Every single day. No matter the stakes. No matter what. I choose you to struggle and succeed. To fight and make up with. To heal and grow with. I choose you, knowing there are still levels we must clear. Knowing there are bosses left to be. I choose you to always be by my side.
Erica Marie Wardner, do you take Alex to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
You may now make your vows.
I take you as my best friend, my faithful partner, and my one true love. I promise to encourage you and inspire you, and to love you truly. Through good times and bad, I will forever be there to laugh with you, to lift you up when you are down, and to love you unconditionally through all of our adventures in life together.
It is commonly believed that the first examples of wedding rings were found in ancient Egypt. Relics up to 6,000 years old show evidence of braided rings of hemp or reeds being exchanged between spouses. Ancient Egypt considered the circle to be a symbol of eternity, and the ring served as a symbol to signify the perpetual love of the spouses. This was also the origin of the custom of wearing the wedding ring on the ring finger of the left hand, because the ancient Egyptians believed that this finger enclosed a special vein that connected directly to the heart, called in Latin the vena amoris. In Western tradition, wedding rings can be traced to ancient Rome and Greece. They were first associated with the marital dowry, so I hope that ring was expensive, and later with the promise of fidelity. The modern exchange of rings derived from customs in Europe and Middle Ages as part of Christendom. In the United States, wedding rings were initially only worn by wives, but became customary last century for the wives and husbands both to wear the rings. Having taken your vows, you will now exchange the rings. Alex, please repeat after me as you place the ring on Erica's finger. With this ring, I pledge thee my troth.
With this ring, I pledge thee my troth.
Erica, please repeat after me as you place the ring on Alex's finger. With this ring, I pledge thee my troth.
With this ring, I pledge thee my troth.
The bride and groom have come here today from two different families. Out of these two families, a new family will be created, or is being created. The mothers will now pour sand into the container representing the families from which they came. Now I invite each Alex and Erica to take a vial of sand. This sand represents all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. I ask that you simultaneously pour the sand into the unity vase, symbolizing the unity to each other in marriage. As these two containers of sand have been poured into the container, the individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. And just as the grain of sand can never be separated and poured again into individual containers, so will your marriage and new family be forever one. After having taken your vows, exchanged your rings, and showed in a real symbolic way the union of your lives by mixing the sand in the presence of God, your parents, and these guests who represent the community, by the power vested in me by the state of Wisconsin, and as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is my great honor, privilege, and delight to now pronounce you husband and wife and make you your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great joy that I introduce to you for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Alex Meske.
Congratulations, Eric and Alex. I'm so happy for you. Many years. God bless.
Many years watching you grow up. Congratulations. Love you.
I would like to let the bride and groom know that if I didn't already know that they were meant for each other, as soon as Alex started crying, I knew that they were meant for each other because Erica's dad cried at our wedding. That's when I lost it. And then I saw my youngest.
Erica, I'm happy that you found Alex. Because I was so happy that I was able to give my sister away to such a great man. And I wish you two the best. Don't post this on YouTube.
Eric and Alex, welcome to the wonderful life of married life. Me and Ira are very happy to be at your wedding, and we hope to see you guys for many, many more years as Ira's godparents.
Good luck, you two. And Alex, try and get her to say hotel or crayon. It's the funniest thing in the world.
This is a glorious day, a day that you'll always remember.
Beautiful day.
But also remember, there's two sides to the story. And when you have fights, the best thing you can do is stop, look to God, and ask for guidance. And there will be good times and there will be bad times. But as long as you remember what you promised God in front of all of us, you'll make it through. God bless.
Oh, I'm rolling? Alright. So I'm talking to Erica. I love you. I'm really bad at sappy stuff. Hope when we watch this video in coming years, they'll look back and see how much we enjoyed it. I love you.